You might say that Jim Cummings was meant to attend Maryville College. He was born in Waxahachie, Texas, the youngest of 3 children. A year later, the family moved to Maryville when Jim's father, John, was hired to be director of personnel and to teach Bible at Maryville College. Jim's father grew very ill and died in 1936 after he and the family moved to Blairsville, Pennsylvania to be near the family of Jim's mother, Margaret Cummings. Many alumni will remember Margaret, who was also known as Saint Margaret or Ma Cummings. After completing seminary, Margaret Cummings received an offer to teach Bible and Christian education at Maryville College, so the family returned to Maryville in 1941 after Jim completed first grade. Living in a house on nearby Wilson Avenue, Jim grew up on the Maryville College campus and jokes that there wasn't a building on the campus that he couldn't break into. Summers were spent in Blairsville, and Jim has very fond memories of his childhood. Be sure to ask him about Sheba the Lion. He graduated from Maryville High School in 1952 and started his freshman year at Maryville College that fall, following in the footsteps of his sisters, Peggy and Janet. As a student at MC, Jim majored in physics and was involved in many activities, including the Vesper Choir, the cheerleading team, the wrestling team, the pep committee, the 10 Key Men, student council, and the Highland Echo. He was elected senior class president, which he jokingly refers to as a life sentence, and one of the dumbest things he ever did. He graduated from Maryville College in 1956 and joined the Navy in January 1957, serving as an air intelligence officer in Norfolk, Virginia. In August 1960, he went to Pakistan to learn more about his father. His father's older brother, James B. Cummings, was teaching at Gordon College, and Jim joined his uncle at the college, teaching physics, English, and Bible, and coaching basketball, tennis, and track. He also taught math at St. John's School for Boys, an elementary mission school started by Jim's aunt. He thought he'd stay for 6 months, but ended up staying for 2 years. During his summer break, Jim went to India, where he taught physics and chemistry at Woodstock School for Missionary Children. Before returning to Maryville in 1962, he traveled to southwest Ethiopia to help build the Gila River Mission Station, which would eventually become an education, medical, and evangelistic center for the Anuak tribe. From 1962 until 1963, he worked as the second admissions counselor for Maryville College, traveling to recruit students. After earning education credits in Pennsylvania, he was hired by Maryville High School to teach physics and algebra, coach the tennis teams, and start the wrestling team. He earned recognition as Teacher of the Year by both the high school and the Key Club, and the 1966 yearbook was dedicated to him. After teaching in a school for missionary children in Ethiopia for 9 months, he attended New York Theological Seminary, where his parents had studied and his grandfather and aunt had taught. While in seminary, he earned a Bachelor of Divinity degree with an emphasis on pastoral counseling and met Marilyn Hunsicker, a religious education major. The couple married in June 1968. Together, Jim and Marilyn helped start the Surma Mission Station in southwest Ethiopia in 1969. That same year, Jim enrolled in Boston University's School of Theology, where he earned a master's degree in psychology of religion and pastoral care. After completing clinical pastoral education, he did supply pastoring at local churches in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. After completing requirements for ordination in the Presbyterian Church USA, he was ordained and accepted a call to begin a new church development in Farragut, Tennessee, which later became Farragut Presbyterian Church. He then accepted a call as an assistant pastor of the Presbyterian Church in New Providence, New Jersey, serving there for 3 years. He then got another call. First Presbyterian Church of Avenel in New Jersey was in turmoil, and he was asked to serve as interim pastor for almost 3 years. In 1985, Jim and his family moved to Lakeland, Florida, where he served for 10 years as pastor of the Presbyterian Church in the Highlands, another church that was in turmoil when he arrived. By then, he had realized his gifts for restoring churches with troubling pasts. He served as interim pastor at 3 other churches in southwestern Florida before retiring in 1999. In retirement, he has still served interim and stated supply pastorates for churches in the Tampa Bay Presbytery. He and Marilyn have traveled extensively, both with their sons, Timothy and John, and for mission trips. In 2006 and 2007, Jim went to Lahore, Pakistan, to train high school teachers of the Presbyterian Education Board, and in 2008, Jim and his family returned for the dedication of a new school building in Lahore, which was paid for by First Presbyterian Church in Lakeland. He has also served as a Red Cross chaplain for disaster relief in areas devastated by tornadoes in Alabama, flooding in New Jersey, and by Hurricane Sandy in New Jersey and New York. This year, he joined the Presbyterian Disaster Assistance National Response Team. He has given back to his community by starting a monthly check of the water quality of his neighborhood lake. The data is used to understand water quality in Florida lakes, as well as for national environmental agencies. He has also given back to his alma mater. He is a former member of the Board of Church Visitors, and he is a member of the President's Circle, Society of 1819, and the Isaac Anderson Society, recognized at the magna cum laude level. During the Anderson Hall interior renovation, Jim initiated family contributions for windows in room 308, the former classroom of his mother and father. He and his siblings also provided funding for 2 windows in the Center for Campus Ministry in memory of their parents. He has maintained close contact with his classmates and regularly attends Florida reunion events. As president of the class of 1956, he has organized several class gift campaigns, including a 50th reunion year scholarship fund. He and his sisters also set up a family scholarship for international students in memory of their father and in honor of their mother, who established the criteria for the scholarship before her death in 2004. The first recipient was Jimmy McQuatch, who came to MC as one of the lost boys of Sudan. It is very much in Jim's humble character to see that others are recognized for their hard work, commitment, or sacrifice, and never himself. But tonight, the recognition is for Jim, for being among the most accomplished, the most respected, and the most supportive of our graduates. We gladly present him with the Alumni Citation. Congratulations, Jim.